Okay, so I wanted to sit here and make a video on Don Lemon because, as everyone knows, well, actually, no. For those of you who don't know, Don Lemon was voted the worst journalist ever, which I thought that award was gonna go to Chris Cuomo since he's almost equally as bad as Don Lemon, but it didn't. And hey, I mean, Don Lemon is definitely the perfect candidate to win an award for being the worst journalist of all time. Now, okay. He has a habit of twisting two things: twisting the truth and then making false statements. I think his two of his most recent false statements are painting over the BLM sign, the yellow paint in the road being a hate crime. And then he said Jesus isn't perfect, which, I mean, the whole religion of Christianity is based off the idea that Jesus was a perfect holy man, so I don't even, there's the Bible, for example. He could just go read that, which I'm shocked Chris Cuomo didn't stop him. I mean, Chris Cuomo may be an idiot, but he says he claims he's a Catholic, so it was surprising to see Chris Cuomo not correct him there, but they have a habit of doing that, I guess. Now, he claims, the couple who painted over the yellow writing in New York that said Black Lives Matter was a hate crime. How is painting over that a hate crime exactly? Because that doesn't represent all black lives and ideas, clearly, since so many black people now oppose Black Lives Matter after it being exposed to what it truly is, a Marxist group of people. But I don't get how that is a hate crime, but tearing down the statue of the founding father George Washington, that isn't a hate crime. But painting over some yellow paint that the city gave permission to do, that's a hate crime. It's not like they took a burning cross and put it in someone's backyard. They painted over it, which, yeah, I mean, I would say would be legal. Since the city gave them permission, technically, I would agree. They should be punished for vandalism since they painted over it. And I think they're going to accept the vandalism charge. However, I think the lawyers should definitely fight against the hate crime charge, because that doesn't align with what hate crime is. But of course, CNN likes to use that term whenever it involves, anything of their political group, as we see, When anything happens like this, they'll claim it's a hate crime, but when black people kidnap a autistic man, beat him till his brains are leaking out, and force him to drink toilet water, keep him as autistic, they say we shouldn't use the term hate crime willy-nilly now. But when you paint over some stuff, or you disagree with BLM, you are committing a hate crime, apparently, because I guess that's just how the world works now? Maybe? And Don Lemon has a lot of funny clips, but thankfully, he was actually dumb enough to reveal what conservatives have been telling black people this whole time. It's that BLM doesn't actually care about you. It's just a political group, which Don Lemon, see, this is what I love about the left. They may all be stupid, but one, of the stupidest people always rises up and says what the conservatives were thinking. It happened when Beto said that actually we did want to take away your guns, like we all suspected. Obama was like, no, that's just a conspiracy theory there. Yeah, no. And then Beto was dumb enough to come out and say, hell yeah, we're gonna take away your ARs, your AK, so they always have someone who does this. This time it was Don Lemon finally telling us that, hey, Black Lives Matter doesn't actually care about all black lives, even though they claim to be fighting systemic racism. It's actually about police brutality, which, I mean, then why would you call it Black Lives Matter and tell people that they're being oppressed and make white people pay for their penance if it isn't about black lives? Which, that's what we were saying, and Don Lemon's like, well, no, we just done. And so finally, after all this time, one left idiot finally told us exactly what we've been saying this entire time, and that is, Black Lives Matter isn't actually about black lives, it's just a Marxist group. So, I mean, hey, he may be an idiot, but we gotta thank him for, telling us exactly what we were thinking. Thank him for confirming to us exactly what we've been thinking this entire time, and that is, BLM doesn't actually care about black lives, it's just a political agenda group. Which is another sad thing. People have been donating money to Black Lives Matter, which, and not one black neighborhood has received a dime of any of the millions of dollars. It's all gone towards Joe Biden's campaign rally. So, that's always good to know that, all your money that you're trying to help poor neighborhoods actually goes to a rich white dude who can barely remember his own name. And Don Lemon was also dumb enough to point out how Joe Biden doesn't want to debate with Trump. Yeah, we know that, because Joe Biden can't debate with Trump. Joe Biden can't even debate anyone. All he can debate is himself, because his brain is just pudding. Like, he forgets everything, and he can't answer any actual questions. Like, if you put this man up against any challenge, he will crumble. Now, the left doesn't want Joe Biden. Even Joe Biden's like, I will debate Trump, and the left is like, no, you shouldn't do that. Conservatives are like, yes, you should really debate Trump. We would love to see you debate Trump. That would be absolutely hysterical. Then everyone on the left could join us. Like, it would be perfect. But the left is like, no, Joe Biden. That's a pretty bad idea. Which is hilarious, because we know it's a bad idea. That's why we want him to do it. Because he can't actually win a debate. And just like how he's most likely not going to win this presidency. I mean, the only reason Joe Biden has a lot of votes right now is his lies and stuff like that. And another thing that I was laughing about that I read is apparently they want to add Obama to Mount Rushmore. No, Obama doesn't get added to Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore was made for the founding fathers who ended slavery. What did Obama do? Obama did nothing, like, through his whole presidency. The only thing the left could possibly praise him for was Obamacare, which was a fail in itself. And even then, if Obamacare was so great, then why instantly when Joe Biden comes in, do you guys want free healthcare for all? Which has its own problems. I mean, every country that has made free healthcare for all has either turned into a communist dump or just a third world dump with everyone being poor, because guess how they get that free healthcare? They abolish all your paid healthcare plans, they take away all your private healthcare, and then they tax every single civilian, no matter how much you make, 70% more to cover for that free healthcare. The left tries to say, oh, well, you see, taxpayers would pay for it, and then the rest would be paid for by the government. How do you think the government gets their money? They get their money from taxes, so either way, we are going to be 100% paying for everyone else's healthcare. Like, it's so sad. Like, Obama wasn't great. Oh yeah, he killed Osama bin Laden. Last I checked, Obama was not a Navy SEAL. Obama did not kill Osama bin Laden. Like, he didn't do anything in his presidency, and everything that he did do successful, like low minority unemployment rates, Trump has blown out of the water doing the exact same thing, just so much better. Trump has had the lowest, like, minority employment rates in forever. Like, more minorities are employed under Trump than Obama. Like, if you look at all the records through all our presidents, Trump has the lowest minority unemployment rate of all time throughout the history of the U.S. Like, he is amazing what he has done for their communities. Yet the left still tries to lie to them. The left is like, oh, no. They may be helping you, but we can help you more. They're actually oppressing you. See, what you guys can do is we'll give you free healthcare, and that's what they fall into, you know? Free healthcare. Oh, that sounds great, but they don't actually know how they get that free healthcare. That's by charging everyone like 70% more on their taxes and making everyone else in the whole country poor and turning it into a communist dump where all you can do is rely on the government. And it's just... it's so sad. Like, no, Obama does not deserve to be on Mount Rushmore. I don't care if he was the first black gay president. Like, he does not deserve to be on Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore was made for the founding fathers who ended slavery. And it will say for the founding fathers who ended slavery. I don't care if they're white. And no, it isn't stolen land. When Bernie made a speech there, it was fine. But when Trump makes a speech there, it's white supremacy on stolen land. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, okay, let's give it back to the Indians. Okay, we'll give it back to the first group of Indians. Oh, you can't give it back to them because guess what? The Indians stole that land from other Indians. Well, who do you give it to? Oh, what about the next group of Indians? No, sorry, the group of Indians before them actually came, burned, and raped all their women, and burned and killed their children and men. So you can't give it back to that group of Indians. Which Indian? Oh, the ones even further back. No, those Indians actually stole it from other Indians too. Like, all land in the whole world is stolen. Not one piece of land actually belongs to the people who originally had it at this point in time, except maybe in places like Africa where like civilization hasn't reached there yet, which even then that land is without a doubt stolen from other people and tribes. Like, no land has the original owner anymore, and that's how the world works. It never has, and it's not going to get the original owner anymore because they're probably all dead right now. So what isn't white supremacy to speak at Mount Rushmore? Like, I love how the left also brings up coronavirus now. It's like, oh, Trump can't hold a rally because of coronavirus. What about Joe Biden's rallies? What about all the riots and looters getting together who have 8 times, 10 times the people that Trump had at his rallies? Why is that okay? Oh, no, coronavirus doesn't matter then because they're all wearing masks. Well, no, actually. As your own medical science points out, it doesn't matter if you wear masks or not. If you're close, it still infects. That's why airsoft places aren't open, is because we can't go in because masks don't actually help you not spread it when you're close. This is TF2 Fan 1 Exact Shots logging off. Peace out.